So when you're doing online dating, there's this question of how much connection should I try to establish somebody before we actually meet in person? In my personal experience and in the experience of most of the men and women that I've worked with, sooner is better. Any emotional connection that we create that is through a dating app, that's over text message, is not going to be a very complete picture of what our dynamic is really going to look like when we actually meet in person. I think we've all been in a situation at one point or another where we get really excited about this person. Oh, this girl with the beautiful picture, she's just what I'm looking for. She swiped right on me too. We're texting back and forth, and suddenly I am off to the races in my mind that this is what I've been looking for. This is the one I've been waiting for. And I get very, very excited, and I'm projecting all kinds of ideas into what this is going to be. And then when we actually meet in person, turns out that that's not really the case. The pictures can be misleading, or even if they're accurate, even if they're there, just what we chose to edit and focus on out of this person's particular profile, well, that was on us. We decided to focus on that. In reality, that's not actually what we're seeing the most of. Same thing with the conversations. The person might have said something super funny early on, and boy, we loved it. And we're like, oh, this person's hilarious. Or this person said something flirty to us, and we're thinking, oh, they must be very sexual, just like me. Well, might be that you meet in person and it turns out that they are actually nothing like that. That was just one thing they happened to say, and we latched onto it and became more focused on it. This is what happens in the very limited perception, this is what happens in the very small window that is online dating. We only have a very small part of the person to look at. We can't fully assess how much of a connection we really have with the person. So in the spirit of not wasting anyone's time and feeling disappointed more than we have to, my advice is, and my experience has been, to, once we feel that we have enough interest in each other, move towards meeting in person. That's going to tell us 10 times more information than continuing to text with them for weeks or months ever will. It's fun to get wrapped up in an idea of, oh, this person's great, and, and we're going to have this amazing connection and everything. And it's fine to get excited. In fact, I definitely encourage my clients to be excited going on a first date. That's an energy that you want to bring to the table. But don't create too much of a story in your mind before you actually meet the person. If you find yourself often falling into the trap of, I really want to be sure that this person and I have a good connection before we meet in person, you can't be sure of it. It's just not possible. If you need to be sure before you actually meet, maybe have a little introspection with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I need to be sure of? Do I need to be sure that I feel safe with this person? And there I am speaking more to the women. Do I need to be sure that I'm ready to be dating? Do I need to be sure that this woman has the sort of qualities that I'm looking for? Whatever it is, get a little more clear with yourself so that you don't have to sit there and go, oh, I'm not sure. I want to feel more. I want to have more before I meet this person. Anything you might be feeling before you meet them is all provisional. It's all temporary. It's all really largely in your imagination and in your head. It's not until you meet this person in real life, until you've sat across from them, until you've had some physical touch, until you've looked them in the eyes, and until the two of you are hopefully laughing together, that you're going to have any real feeling for what this person is like. One small caveat I'm going to throw in there. A lot of people do like to have a phone call. We've got all the messaging that we do on the dating apps. We've got meeting in person. A lot of people do like a phone call in between. And I can kind of go either way on this. I have felt connection on a phone call that I then don't feel in real life. I've also had no connection on a phone call and then had great connection in real life. I'm not sure the phone call really tells us that much more about the connection in my personal experience. I do think, however, some people simply feel more safe and comfortable. Gentlemen, if the lady wants to talk to you on the phone, pick up the phone and call her. Make it easy for her. Put her at ease if that's what she wants. It's as simple as that. It's basically just checking off one of the things that's important to her. All right, that's about all I have to say on that. I would love to hear about your crazy stories of getting overly excited before you had to. I know I've had those. I'm sure a lot of you have. Put them in the comments below. Would love to hear about it. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.